they have to accept that our culture plays an integral part in the house, full stop, you know. There's no, I don't think there's any debate of that. It's just, I think, understanding, you know, how that's applied. People will probably take a bit of thinking, you know. I don't know if Jerry was given any warning on the haka. What I do know is that all of us, we all knew for, 3-4 days beforehand that it was going to happen. So it wasn't just like a haka. Oh, we'll do a haka. That was actually all. That was a decision, a group decision made. So maybe it's something that that has to be put in front of, the speaker needs to be told that this is going to be happening and blah blah blah. And I think all those sort of things have to be worked out. I don't want to see anyone getting punished. I think it was a wonderful moment, appropriate moment, but there just has to be a general understanding that our tikanga has to be accepted. Now, you might have to have one or two of our experts say, well, this is what our tikanga consists of. You have to work through the intricacies of all that. That's something that has to be, maybe if not worked out in the next week or two, worked out over the next few months or something. There's got to be some sort of process, all right? So it's not about getting an appointment, I would say. It's about understanding that there's different times, right? And so, I've heard that argument before, Dale, about emotionally I felt like I needed to do this, that and the other. And I'm not saying the haka wasn't appropriate. I thought it was absolutely appropriate. But I also think that we have to have some sort of, there's got to be some sort of understanding that that there's times for waiata, haka, whatever. And so that has to just be brought into the rules, I don't think that we're going to have this. We should have nonsense. I just felt like jumping up here and there and everywhere. I don't think anybody's into any sort of discipline or whatever. But we're into the right of being able to perform our culture. That is what has to be accepted, I say. And then we can work out. Suitable. There's just got to be, everything's got to fit into a time. We'll probably put Adrian Rudafe in there to as our representative in terms of. I could get involved, but I'm quite happy for Adrian to be our sort of Māori representative on this because it just makes sense, doesn't it? So it'll be interesting to see where they what they come up with. I think we might get a reasonable sort of result. Well, I'm hoping we will. It's important that they understand that the house needs to change. We can't just adopt and embrace ideas and just stay stagnant in terms of what's happened, say, the last 100 years. It's important for them to understand the place of haka, which I think that people are, but it's just about where, when, how, all that sort of stuff needs to be traversed. So looking forward to how they go through this, but any penalties I think would be just ridiculous because our tikanga must start playing it does play a part in the house, but it can't be just at the whim of the speaker or when it suits. We've got to find a process. So I think the positive thing about this is that they'll be able to traverse some of the big questions about what part our culture plays in 24, 25 and the years going forward.